Hi there, I'm Daphne Walbridge, and I help first year principals not only survive, but thrive as new educational leaders. I do this by focusing on conscious leadership, creativity, and connection. So, welcome to today's talk. We are closing in on the end of August. We are about to start a fresh year, whatever that will look like. And today I want to talk about the importance of building a solid team. Because as Anna Wintour, the CEO of Vogue magazine, once said, you are nothing, nothing without your team. And the way she said it, this was in a masterclass session that I followed and on leadership, and I was curious about her leadership style. And I thought it was really important for her to mention this because it's so true. If we don't have our team in place, we are going to flounder because we are not an island. We cannot be running a school by ourselves in our office. And for my personal story, I came from 3 years of being a high school vice principal, where my main focus was on guiding students, kind of being the police officer, managing the ups and downs and the course loads and all that thing, all those things. For kids, I had some leadership responsibilities, but really the focus was on teenage kids. And I applied for the principalship of this junior kindergarten, senior kindergarten school, and I got it. So that was my first experience as a principal. And so I went from raging hormones, teenagers with all the ups and downs, the emotional woes, to the other spectrum, and being the principal to beautiful little tykes, kindergarten kids. So the learning curve was quite steep, but I was a mother. I am a mother of a 9-year-old at the time of this filming. So not too long ago, I was a parent of a kindergarten student. So I remember those years. So all this to say that I needed my team in place. And I talk about my team quite often during these videos because it is thanks to them that we were able to move forward over the past year and develop these great initiatives and have such a great year and really bond and create a fabulous work environment. And so I want to highlight today the importance of taking the time to invest in building a solid team. I talked about the survey, the start of your survey, and I do offer some questions, the really top 10 questions you can ask in a survey. You can draw inspiration from this resource if you go to the website, my website, firstyearprincipal.com, and download that resource. Or from there, you can get inspiration and create your own. The point is, when you survey your staff, from there, you get to know them, but you also get to know their strengths because they all have hidden strengths, and these are gems for a principal. And today I want to talk about the importance of tapping into those strengths, because if not, you're going to have a harder time, again, narrowing that learning gap and getting those quick wins in. For myself, I did talk about how I had a teacher help me, create the perfect timetable for my teachers. We sat together. She helped me figure out certain little, a few minutes here, a few minutes there, the whole layout, everything was perfect. Another ECE, an early childhood educator, guided me at the end of the day when I wanted to participate in the bus bus surveillance. Okay, sometimes we didn't have someone on bus duty, one of those like a bus monitor. We were missing a bus monitor, so I jumped in and I helped out. But I was being coached by my ECE. I let myself be coachable. I let myself be vulnerable, and I said, listen, I'm new. I want to learn. I want to, roll up my sleeves and do this with you because I want to know the ins and outs of the school. That way, when I decide and I have to make change, I kind of know what's going on. Okay, so this is really important. You need to tap into your team. You need to be guided and coached by your team so you can actually grow and flourish. So you're probably wondering, well, who can I consult? And I'm going to show you in the next slide. So here you have some people, and there's more, I'm sure, but that you can consult to help you navigate these times and to build that solid team. So of course you have senior teachers on staff, and I had one teacher who was 32 years out. I had great respect for her. I knew she was a fabulous teacher, so she was often my sounding board. Early childhood educators, they're great because they are hands-on. They have been there for, chances are they have been there, they have seen a lot, and they know the practical aspects of things. Sure enough, I tapped into that wisdom as well. Some teachers' aides, again, when you're dealing with special ed children, they often have great practices and training that can help you make better decisions. Your secretary, of course, the secretary is very wise and experienced. A special education teacher as well will have another perspective and other insight, another lens from which to look at different challenges. Your janitor, who knows the ins and outs of your school. A guidance counselor, of course, depending if you're at the high school level. They also know their students and can also help you get a better pulse of what's happening within the student body. Because a lot of kids go to their guidance counselors to vent and get some support as well. So this is just a selection of people who can be on your team. You're going to want to foster and nurture these relationships from day one. Keep this in mind, keep this top of mind really with everyone, but these people tend to be, tend to have the pulse of certain areas in the school, and it is worth investing time and energy in nurturing these relationships so you have a great team, because remember, you are nothing without your team. So I hope this video, this lesson resonated with you. If you know someone who may need this guidance, who may need this lesson because they are working towards building their team, or maybe this is an issue they've had that's come up in the past, please feel free to pass this video along to them. You can find more of my videos on my website at thefirstyearprincipal.com. And don't forget, you can download the free First Year Principal Toolkit, again, by visiting the website. And there you're going to get those top 10 questions for the survey. You're going to get, if you're not a principal and you want to land a principalship, how to prepare for an interview, as well as 13 best books that I recommend to launch you, to prepare you to become the optimal leader that I know you can be. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.